8 tips for getting Instagram-worthy skin. Baking or cooking your makeup has been a trend for years, but recently became a huge Instagram trend. So what is it? Baking your makeup is when you put loose translucent powder on top of your concealer and foundation, allowing your body heat to really warm it up and set. Afterwards, you dust off the powder and you have a poreless, matte, beautiful complexion. It's basically an extreme form of highlighting. It's a technique that's used on red carpets and photo shoots for long-lasting makeup. It's also going to make you look like you have 0 pores, which is awesome, and is amazing for selfies. Take my word for it, or check out my Instagram. Who is it best for? In short, it's a lot of makeup. This technique is for you if you have oily skin, need long-lasting makeup coverage, have time to do it, and like wearing makeup. A lot of it. That said, because it's a lot of makeup, it can make fine lines look more pronounced. Also, it can be a little bit dry, just something to keep in mind. So, what do you need to get the look? Eye cream, primer, concealer, loose powder, a makeup sponge, and brushes. Step 1, moisturize your eye area. It's important to really moisturize your face and especially under your eye area before you bake because you're using a ton of powder, so it can really dry out your skin. Step 2, use primer. To fill in any fine lines or creases, use a primer because powder can accentuate them. Step 3, correct your face. If you do have a blemish or dark spots, go ahead and cover that up with concealer. You can use a lightweight concealer for this step. This is the first layer of concealer. Step 4, highlight your face. Now you're gonna take a second layer of concealer and apply it to the areas that you wanna highlight. Use a heavy-duty opaque concealer to highlight your nose, underneath your eyes, your forehead, your chin, and underneath your cheekbones. This is not the time to skimp on the concealer. You really wanna go for it. Lightly buff out that second layer of concealer with a sponge, and then get ready to bake. Step 5, dust on the powder. Using a wet sponge, pick up a generous amount of translucent powder and start pressing it into the areas that you highlighted. This is the time to go overboard. You don't want to blend it. It should look like you have a bunch of powdered sugar all over your face. Step 6, wait 5 to 10 minutes. While your face is baking or cooking, this is the time to fill in your eyebrows or do your eye makeup, put on your lipstick. That's what I tend to do, just to pass the time. All right, now it's time to dust it off. So take a sponge or a brush that has a little bit of translucent powder on it and start to dust off all of that excess powder all over your face. It's gonna blend beautifully and it's gonna make you look like you're lit from within. Your skin will start to appear poreless and highlighted. Best of both worlds. So after you finish baking, there are a few things you can't forget to do. Namely, you want to contour your cheeks, your forehead, your nose, and your jawline just to really accentuate that highlight you created. Then add a little bit of blush to give your cheeks some life. And now you're done. You're all baked up. See? It really does work. Now, it is a little heavy-handed, so it's definitely not an everyday look, but if you plan on taking a lot of photos, this is the recipe for a flawless finish.